Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. It's the calm before the storm. The game week 29 review. A quiet week in the Family Fantasy Football League on the pitch anyway. Not a lot of movement in the table. Only two managers going into the transfer market. The latest edition of Chairman's Choice went down a storm. And we are in the midst of the final international break of the season. And when we come back after that international break, we will be in the home straight of the Family Fantasy Football League season. In this edition of Banter in the Box, we have got your Game Week 29 winners and losers. Just the two winners and only three losers this week. An update on Chairman's Chats. Manager of the Season update. It was worth 11 Manager of the Season points. Did anyone get the who the fuck is that? And then we got your FFL Presentation Awards confirmation on the final slide. So without further ado, your Game Week 29 winners take a bow. Ontario Grizzlies manager Neil Hatch climbed 2 places up to 6th, and that made him the biggest climbers in Game Week 29. I said there wasn't a lot of movement, and he registered a 3rd weekly win, and he only had to score 40 points to do it. And the other weekly winner, Warnveron FC manager, where's the K? Luck Williams climbed a place to 10th. The highest he's been since Game Week 23. 1 Manager of the Season point to those two. Your Game Week 29 losers, hide your head in shame. Benny United manager Mark Benwell dropped 1 place down to 8th. The lowest he's been since Game Week 25. I'm hiding my head in shame. I dropped another place down to 11th. The lowest I've been since Game Week 25. And the biggest Game Week 29 loser, Pez United manager Ryan Perrin, stayed 18th in the table. He was the lowest scorers in Game Week 29, registering -4. 1 Manager of the Season point lost. Chairman's Chats. The 4th episode of Chairman's Chats went out earlier on in the week, where I sat down and chatted to I've Got a Life manager Mops Hoxby. It went down a storm, judging by the numerous comments on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. And Mops nominated my next Chairman's Chats episode to feature none other than her arch rival, Benny United manager Mark Benwell. This is likely going to be the final Chairman's Chats of the season. So you know the drill. You need to send me an email with the subject heading Chairman's Chats for the one question that you want me to ask Mr. Benwell. I will ask the question anonymously, and before I reveal to Mark who asked the question, I'll ask him what his favourite question was, and if he selects your question, you will earn yourself 5 Manager of the Season points. So get your question in that you want me to ask Mark Benwell on your behalf for the next Chairman's Chats. Who the fuck is that? It's been rolling over and over and over and over. It's a picture of a current Family Fantasy Football League manager. It was worth 11 Manager of the Season points, but despite that huge carrot, only 2 people had a go this week. Benny United manager Mark Benwell thought that was a picture of the Mad Hatter, Jordan Williams. And Ontario Grizzlies manager Neil Hatch thought that was a picture of 11 Cox manager Simon Hoxby. They were the only 2 managers to have a go. Were either of those right? No, they were not. The Manager of the Season table now looking like this. And we have a new leader. Average Joe's manager Joe Hoxby goes back to the top of the manager of the season table after she picked up 5 manager of the season points because Mops nominated Joe's question as her favourite question in the chairman's chats earlier on in the week. I was a game week 29 loser, so I dropped down to second. Mops moves closer to the top. She correctly identified 4 of the askers of the questions I posed in chairman's chat, so she picked up 4 manager of the season points. Neil Hatch stays 4th but gets a little bit closer to the top after being a game week 29 winner. Mark Benwell stays 6th but loses ground on the leaders for being a game week 29 loser. Ryan Perrin drops to joint 12th, being a game week 29 loser. So we're rolling it over again. It's now worth 12 manager of the season points. 12 manager of the season points. It is a picture of a current family fantasy football league manager. Remember, only one guess. I normally say one guess per week, but we're in an international break. So your next Banter in the Box is not going to be for a fortnight. So you're going to get one guess per manager over the next fortnight. But if you can tell me which current family fantasy football league manager is pictured there, you will earn yourself 12 manager of the season points. Remember, the manager of the season at the end of the season earns £15 million in free tactical gambits to be used next season. £15 million prize money on offer for being the manager of the season. And that is it for this episode of Banter in the Box. We'll be back in early April. We'll be back for the next episode of Banter in the Box, where I will be reviewing game week 30. Until then, have a great Easter break, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.